Hi everyone. Today's video, I'd like to start off by saying thank you to Deluxe123 on Instagram. He sent us both of these Schaeffer's oils to test. I highly appreciate it. As I've said before, I'm just an average person. I don't have tons of funds to buy all these oils all at once. I very much appreciate it. Of any types of oils you guys want me to test, to send. Otherwise, over time, I will end up testing them all, but obviously within reason of over time. I plan on buying quite a couple of them at a time, but at the moment, I'm still in the process of repairing some damages on my car, so it took a little bit of a hit on me, but we'll be okay. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. So, we have the Schaeffer's 7000 Supreme 20W50 with extra zinc. And we have the Schaeffer's Micron Moly 2050 with extra zinc. So, let's see how both of these test compared to the pen grade that stopped right around 62 foot-pounds, 20W50, and the 20W50 VR1 that so far is our winner of highest amount of force at 79 foot-pounds. So let's see how the Schaeffers compare. We're going to start them off one at a time. I'm going to start with the Micron Moly, and then we'll move to the Supreme. In between, I'll show you what the races look like. As you can see right now, the race here is polished up, and we have a fresh spot on the bearing that it runs against. So, furthermore, let's see how this stuff does. Has a nice little green tint to it. It's kind of like a light green. It's not a dark green like the pen grade is. All right, got her spinning. Got our torque wrench ready. So let's see how Micron Moly does. Put it right here. I'm gonna set this up exactly how we had all our other ones. All right, here we go. 10, 20, 39. Sorry, we peaked at 40.5 foot-pounds. Roughly 39 though. I might have pushed just a hair more after it stopped. So far, not looking as good as the other two oils. Let's see what kind of damage they did to the race. I'm gonna have to clean up the race. I'll bring the phone over here and show you how they look now compared to how they did look. So, as you can see, the spinning race has quite a bit of scarring on it. And there is the scar from the Schaeffer's Micron Moly 2050 with extra zinc. So let me clean up the race here. Give me just a moment here. I gotta change out, clean the tray out. Just give me a moment here. All right, tray's all nice and cleaned up. Let's move on to cleaning the race up. This race is hardened. It's hard to clean up. The easiest way to do it is with a cookie wheel. Just a fine cookie wheel. This is not a crazy abrasive cookie wheel, but it does a pretty good job. Just a touch more. Not only am I cleaning the race, I'm also using the brake cleaner to kind of cool it back down to its original temperature, because I don't want heat to be a difference in the factor. Want everything pretty much the same temperatures when I test everything. And as you can see, I can hold my hand on it. It is roughly about the same temperature that was room temperature. So we're going to turn this bearing here, tighten her back up, clean this one off. So now we're starting with a fresh spot on this bearing, fresh race here. Cup was all cleaned out. Wipe it all off real good. All right, let me show you. The race is polished back up here, and here is the mark from the Schaeffer's Micron Moly. As you can see, it is off to the side. We have a new spot right here. So now we're going to be testing the Schaeffer Supreme 7000. All right. Same kind of greenish tint. Okay. Start the machine up. Torque wrench ready. Put in same exact level. Let's start applying some force here. We're at 20 foot-pounds, 30, 40. Okay. Highest point on the torque wrench was 48. It stopped roughly about 47. So the Schaeffer Supreme held a little bit more force than the Schaeffer's Micron Moly. So not quite as good as the pen grade. Did not exceed our winner so far, Valvoline VR1. So far, out of the wheels we've tested, this is still our winner. But we're just beginning. That's bound to change. Let's see how it looks here. Let's compare the scar from the 7000 to the Micron Moly. Take this cup off of here. Wipe off the race. So you can have a good idea of how the race looks. All right. So you can see we have some scarring on the race. Definitely. And then here is the final scar right here for the Schaeffer 7000 compared to the Schaeffer's Micron moly. Try to get a better picture of it here. The Schaeffer's Supreme Scar is definitely smaller than the Micron moly. So out of these two oils here, Schaeffer Supreme, I would say, would be the best. Out of all these that we've tested so far, as we said before, we still have a winner. But can't wait to see what we find in the future. We never know. All right, well, thank you for tuning in, like and subscribe, and I look forward to the next video. And as said before, if you guys want to send me oil, just send me a message. We will work it out. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. Have a good time. Good night.